What's up, guys? Yo, more cardio. We're 45 in, and I might do hour 15 this morning. I got more later on, so getting shredded right now. What's up? Hey, yo. Do some questions, talk a little life. You guys help me get through my cardio. Level 25 on the Life Fitness elliptical. I do my hard conditioning also. I got my assault bike, battle ropes, burpees on some days. Today's going to be probably a neck and forearm kind of day. Some abs and some of the little accessory things. Guys, what's up? Yo, hello. Liverpool, thank you guys for checking in. Best advice for getting leaner going into the summer is get your diet on track. Like a cardio for me, I've done intermittent fasting and whatnot. It slowed my metabolism down doing it too much. So you have to find what works best for you. For me though, it's lots of salad, lots of vegetables, and lots of cardio. My body processes calories well, but when I do, the more active I am, the leaner I get. And my metabolism actually gets cranked up. I could drop body fat in a ridiculous amount, like really quick time. But it's usually doing more cardio for me, is what I find. And I know a lot of like fitness people, you know, you hear some pro bodybuilders and stuff, some of the bigger guys, they do a lot lower intensity cardio. Some of them do cardio for like 2 or 3 hours when they're getting, ready for a show. Of course, that's extreme, and their intensity is usually pretty low. But I'd say if you could do an hour of cardio a day, you're going to get lean. You're going to lose body fat. And of course, I'm going to promote my Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner because it is the best fat burner out there right now. So apple cider vinegar, green coffee bean, green tea, acai berry, cool cayenne. If you were to pay for all the ingredients in Shell Shock, it would be, I think it's like $130 on Amazon. We sell it for $34.99 with all the correct dosages that you would get if you bought them individually. So it's a hell of a supplement. But diet and cardio, man, first 2 things I would tell you. And then if you could add the Shell Shock in, you'll be money. I had a salad this morning and a Greek yogurt. So I was, today's cardio is not fasted. But I am finishing up my Wake Up Unlimited Energy here. It's diluted heavily. I drink half, fill it up with water again, drink another half, fill it up with water, and then drink it again. I always got to piss, but I love prolonging it. I love this stuff. Pink lemonade. We got green apple. They had to send, I'll have a sample today of the final production. Anytime we do a new flavor, they send it to me just to make sure it's 100% correct before they finalize everything. So I'll have it probably Monday, available on feedmemore.com. I was off a few days. They were delayed, so... But by next week, no later, it's done. I just got to approve the final production of the green apple Wake Up Unlimited Energy. My opinion on the keto diet is it works great for some people. It doesn't work great for everyone, though, and I'm one of them. So I've tried it multiple times. My weight has gone down, but my body fat has gone up. And I'll start storing fat on my sides really bad. Because my genetics, I don't process fats well. So I don't doubt the health benefits that some people, any of those, and there's a lot of smart people out there, but there's a lot of people selling stuff too, as far as that. So like I said, I'm a big advocate for vegetables and salads. No matter what your diet is, you'll never go wrong with those 2 things. What's up, guys? Love you too. Thank you. I am not in WWE. I left. It'll be almost 3 years now, about 3 years. I left. Walked away from a lot. Best decision I ever made, guys. I haven't maxed out on those lifts in years because of my back and shoulders. So I do everything try to do proper form. The amount of weight you lift on a lot of those is irrelevant. I'm strong. I know I'm strong. I've done it my whole life, so I think as you get older, you learn to let your ego go and realize that it's not worth hurting yourself. There's a lot of young people that are going to learn that the hard way with social media. You see a lot of people deadlifting ridiculous amounts, and you got to be very careful doing that stuff. You'll never see a really super strong power lifter live older into life, and there's a reason for that. So it's very, very hard on your body. You got to learn to adjust and evolve as you get older. I love fitness. I want to look as good as I can when I'm 90 years old, 100 years old. I don't want to be in a wheelchair at 70 or 80. I want to be able to fucking live life and be healthy and vibrant. So you got to adjust. Thank you very much. Thank you guys. Love you guys too. Check out the podcast, Conversation with the Big Guy Ryback. I'm always promoting that, guys. We have Chris Van Vliet on next week. The interviewer of the stars is the one who's being interviewed by the big guy. And it was a lot of fun. Great guy. We have the return of Ryan Nemeth, Dolph Ziggler's little brother. He's making a movie. And you guys can help donate to the cause for Ryan Nemeth. Check out the podcast. It gives you all the information on that. It's a great listen this week with me, him, and Asian Joe. The podcast is on Google Play, iTunes, Stitcher, SoundCloud. You can follow the Instagram Conversation with the Big Guy on Instagram. And we give you the link on that, or at CWTVG on Twitter. If you could please like and subscribe and leave a review if you enjoy the show. I'm doing good. Lots of cardio, guys. My dream destination, I've been to the Bahamas once. It was beautiful. I'd like to go to Brazil. I've never been to Brazil. So that's on my list. I don't really care to travel much. I don't like airplanes or going through airports and all that jazz. I'm kind of over all that. So, but Brazil would be nice for a vacation. What's up, guys? Hello. Check out feedmemore.com for Feed Me More Nutrition as well, guys. If you sign up for our newsletter, you get 25% off your first order. And we send you weekly discount codes. We don't spam you anything, nothing like that. Don't share your information. We literally just give you exclusive discounts only available to the people who subscribe to the newsletter every week for myself. Any questions, any other diet, fitness questions, guys, life questions, questions about the supplements? If you want to try them, we're on Amazon as well. Free Prime shipping on Amazon. So check out Feed Me More Nutrition on Amazon. We're trying to sell as many of the finishing BCAAs as humanly possible right now because we're having an issue with Amazon. There's always issues with Amazon. So we need to sell more finishing BCAAs because they took me out of the buy box on there. So, and I'm the only seller. Complicated issue if you don't understand Amazon, but we need to get it resolved by simply selling more BCAAs to fix their algorithm. I do not train others. I don't have time or patience for that. I work out for at least 3 hours every day, typically, sometimes more. I don't know if Mark Henry could come on the podcast. I love Mark, but anybody usually affiliated with WWE, outside of Ziggler, I can get Ziggler on. I know that. Pretty confident in that. Because he fucking is a man. But a lot of the others probably wouldn't tread with how open I am speaking on things because it will get them. I don't want to say heat, but I'm being very vocal with my attack on WWE. Because they're pieces of shit and how they treated me and the talent. So, and I have nothing to fear, and I'm going to make wrestling better one way or the other by the time it's all said and done. So, I don't know if we're going to be able to get Mark and all that. I'm sure he'd be willing to do it. We've always gotten along really good, but I don't even really reach out guys in that WWE bubble because they really can't really conversate. They're walking on eggshells and they can't really talk about what what you like to talk about, you know? So. Any other questions? No wrestling questions, guys. Life, fitness, nutrition, that's what I'm here for on this, what I'm doing right now. Wrestling, when I'm back wrestling, we can talk a little wrestling. What's up, guys? Hello, hello. I'm 6'2". Favorite UFC fighter? I was always a big Ken Shamrock fan. I think he paved the way for a lot of people. And being a crossover athlete, I thought he was always, when I was a kid watching Ken, I thought he was a main event level caliber superstar. And should have been, I'm sure, knowing what I know, how that place operates, that there were some people probably politicking to not allow that, but he was the Brock Lesnar before Brock Lesnar, and arguably could say was the best crossover athlete in MMA. Brock, you know, has done great and is a freak athlete, but Ken is a very skilled mixed martial artist and came into wrestling and actually wrestled before. So I've always thought Ken Shamrock was top tier, man. He was an exciting fighter to watch. And a lot of those guys that fought during that era, fighting-wise, I'm sure he made a good amount in wrestling during that Attitude Era, but a lot of those guys fucking killed themselves, and promoters and fighting took advantage of a lot of them. The money wasn't nowhere near what it is now. And a lot of those guys, you know, the fighting, same thing with wrestling, there's no union, there's nothing to protect the athletes. And a lot of those guys, you know, Ken was lucky enough to make probably a decent amount of coin in wrestling, but still probably didn't make nowhere near what he should have if he would have been around today. So Shamrock, I'd say hands down. What's up, guys? What's up? Hello, hello. Switching around. Guys, the hand grippers, they fluctuate. The highest I've ever done was a level 3, but I can't even do a level 3 right now because I had to stop. It takes me, I got to probably do them 3 times a week to get back to doing the level 3, and I just don't quite frankly have the time. My forearms stay big no matter what. I'm strong. I could always close a level 2.5. So for me, as long as I can close a 2.5, I'm a happy camper. Yes, fuck me. Thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by. You have the option not to stop by, buddy. Go learn something. Do something with your life, pal. Promise you, you'll get older, and you'll look back at the young version of you and fucking hate who you were. You might still hate yourself. Feed me your fucking energy, you little bitch. Fucking feed it to me. What's up, guys? I will be buying more property. I actually want to rent out my town, my house, and buy a new house here. Hopefully by the end of the year, if all goes well with my investments. Day is going good. We got a long day ahead of us today. A lot of business, we got a lot of social media work, and just constantly doing something. Always. Between my health, my rehab, my working out, taking care of Sophie and little guy, Sophie with her back, constant care, and Feed Me More Nutrition podcast, setting up interviews. We're doing a lot more interviews on the podcast going forward, and I love having the guest on. And we had Ryan Nemeth this week. We have Chris Van Vliet for next week. After that, I got Chris Pavone, used to be Kalen Croft with the Dude Busters from WWE. He has the Chris Pavone Show on iTunes, doing very positive podcast. If you need a dose of positivity in your life, I direct people to the Chris Pavone Show. He's a great human being. On top of that, And then after that, I believe I got Trevor from Smashworks. He does a lot of cool YouTube videos on fixing the human body. And we're going to have he's helped me tremendously with my shoulder. And not even directly, I just came across him. And some of the things don't work with my condition. Then I found a few of the things that work really, really well, which I'll be making some videos of too for my Instagram channel and tagging him along in, about getting him on the podcast. And I'm essentially trying to go the direction. I never try to mimic anybody or copy anybody, but I believe when you do a podcast, I wanted you guys to get to know me when I first left, and there's been different versions of the show. And ultimately, though, I like learning, and I need to be getting something out of it every week. And for me, when I bring guests on from different outlets of life, that's where the conversation for me allows me to grow as a human being and learn. And if I'm learning, I feel that you guys too, that helps come across to the listeners that they can learn something and to give something of value on the podcast. And it's free. And it's my way of kind of getting something out of it too and stepping out of my comfort zone. And I'm used to being the one being interviewed majority of my life. Now I'm the one doing the interviewing, and it's a different dynamic and it's a different skill. And I've had to learn to quiet down at times and just listen. And it's a challenge, especially when you're interviewing people you've never talked to before and trying to get a chemistry going. And it's just so far, with every single person we've had on the show, I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I felt like personally they've all gone well. And I've gone back and listened, I critique myself, and I can see where I got to make improvements. And this is kind of like the podcast for me, for people, so you understand. It's kind of like a diary of my life, that when I'm older, my grandkids, my family, it's a way for my family now to listen to me and just things, but to look back and see the evolutions of myself, different stages of life. Go, oh yeah, I remember that period. It's just kind of a way to document everything. And I've always said I feel like everybody should do a podcast. And if you put out a great one, people will listen. But if for nothing else, to express yourself, to have a conversation without cell phones for an hour or two, it's a really cool thing that I look forward to doing every week. I love doing it. Built a podcast room here, started in my kitchen with a little podcast unit, had no idea what I was doing. And then the show has grown to what it is now. So I hope that comes across and you guys enjoy the show. And maybe not every show will be something you like, but we talk wrestling every week with Ryan Satin for my wrestling following, giving you insight from a guy who's there his entire adult life and understands everything that goes on in that system and can give you a fair, honest viewpoint from a wrestler, not just a guy who thinks he knows from sitting on his couch or because he talks to a few of the guys. I've been there, done it. I've achieved the highest level there, I think, and I've played roles all in between, that I give a very fair, honest viewpoint of a lot of the things going on in pro wrestling with Ryan Satin. What's up, guys? Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys for stopping by. Just knocking out some cardio. Hello, hello. I'm not rapping. I just get to go. I get to flowing sometimes. Pal, I can just really wake up a little bit of energy with my Shell Shock Extreme Fat Burner and my brain feed formula I've been taking. The brain's been going 1,000,000 miles a minute. The mouth has trouble keeping up sometimes. Best thing, salads and vegetables. Salads and vegetables. Fat-free dressing. You'll never go wrong. Or light dressings. I do a little olives, a little croutons, a little bacon bits, a little salad toppings, a little bit of eggs. Just take a couple eggs and squish them up. Hard-boiled eggs. Eating like that, you'll never go wrong. I look at it, food is fuel. And there's a lot of places, there's a lot of businesses. You guys are growing up at a time, and it's been like this for a while. You've got a lot of bad people in this world trying to sell you a lot of bad shit. Here, eat these cheeseburgers, eat these donuts, eat this fried chicken. This is life. This is life. That ain't life. What we needed was already here long before all these big businesses. And it's okay to indulge in that stuff once in a while because we're all human. I love pizza and donuts as much as anybody. Food is fuel, though. When you shift your mindset and you don't let other people dictate how you look, how you feel, You decide to put the best inside your body, get the micronutrients from the vegetables and the salads, the lean proteins. Research this stuff and understand that it's just like a car. You don't put shit in the gas tank. It runs off clean gasoline. It needs a certain specific thing. Our bodies are the same way. And that's like Feed Me More Nutrition. We put nothing but the best ingredients. This is what I've always believed in. It's why I've always been the big guy. I'm a true big guy without steroids, without drugs. There's very few of those in this world. And it's a mindset thing. And a lot of people don't have it. So, but put clean energy into your body. You give yourself a chance to succeed. You'll feel good. When you feel good, you get more done in the day. When you get more done in the day, you have a better chance of being successful at what it is you want to do. I work out every day. It's not every day in my gym, but no, this is the boys headphones. My sister got me these. It's my favorite pair. They're the sound, the noise cancellation. You can't hear anything when they're on though. I don't actually like to sleep in them either because I listen to meditation at night. I use another pair and I kind of keep my ear open on one just for the alarm and everything in the house. In case there was ever an emergency, I could still hear at night. These are too much. I wouldn't be able to hear in them. Thank you very much, guys. Favorite movie? I love comedy. Wedding Crashers holds a very special place in my heart. I've talked about that before. It makes me laugh. It makes me feel good because in a low point in my life, that movie, I put it in every night. And no matter how bad life was at the time, that movie always made me laugh and feel good to go to bed. So Vince Vaughn, Wedding Crashers, with a cameo from Will Ferrell. Thank you very much, guys. I do this for the good fans, for me, for myself, and for the good people out there. There's a lot more good people than bad people, by the way, but the bad people tend to kind of make more noise and show up, and some of them it's going to be too late, and some of them, they'll convert later on and understand, but we got to try to spread love and positivity. But I'm a big believer in punching a little bitch right in the face, because that's the quickest way to make them realize that they're a little bitch. And usually they'll reverse their actions very quickly after they're humbled. So that's why I'm a big believer in sometimes, just as far as giving back what I get. Because when you're a good human, people try to take advantage of that too. And there comes a point in your life where you learn to put your foot down and don't let people walk all over you, because there's some really bad people in this world, and they will do that every chance they can get. But I'm a firm believer you can be very nice and loving. You just have to be able to shift at the appropriate times. I'm doing 2 more stem cells in July. Stem cell procedures in July, as of right now. What's up, guys? Yo. A little more cardio here. Almost done. Hour 15 in the morning. Try to do 30 or 45 more minutes before the day's over. I did 2 hours yesterday and the assault bike and 45 sets of arms and 12 sets of calves. So I had a monster workout yesterday. I might actually go do laps in the pool after this, and a little hot tub, cold tub action. I'm always, this early part of the day, the afternoon, I try to get all my body stuff in, and I do work early in the morning, and then I work after it. So, and then sometimes a little cardio at night. But we got the weekend approaching. I don't take off days since I've left WWE. The only off days I've had are when I've had my stem cell procedures or my shoulder scopes. So I'm always doing something to ensure that my business and everything continues to grow. I take it one day at a time, and I look at it. I set little small goals. I try to get a certain amount of sales every day. Some days I reach it, some days I don't. Some days I go well over it, but I continue to just set small goals and grow them in increments. Try to get more listens, put out a quality podcast every week, do my investments, and get my body healthy, and life is great. All smiles. So listen, on the elliptical too, it's the best money I've ever spent because I had an elliptical machine before at home, and I've always worked out at my gym. I didn't like the elliptical I had though. It wasn't comfortable and it was too easy, so I never used it. Then I went and bought I love the ellipticals at the gym. Those Life Fitness ones, those are the only ones I like to use as far as ellipticals, just to burn calories, not counting my conditioning. So I bought the exact model from the gym, and I use it now 2-3 times a day. Whenever I can come hop on it, I just come knock it out. And it's like I actually got it refurbished on eBay, and it's like brand new. Put it together myself, and best purchase I've made in years. So if you could afford to get one, you could probably get a good one between $1,200 and $2,500, I would say. If you can do it, it will be a very good purchase for you. Because one, when you spend a little bit of money like that, you don't like to let things go to waste, but find the piece of equipment that you like using, that you know you're going to use, and you will. I watch my stock courses out here. I got a TV with Netflix and some other things on it if I ever want. And then now I'm just doing these Instagram lives because I try to make the best use of my time. It's hard when I'm doing other things to do these. But if I can just look at a screen and do my cardio, it's killing two birds with one stone. However that saying goes, 2 birds with 1 stone. 2 girls, 1 cup. What's up, guys? I can't remember. I think it's the XI90. It doesn't have it on it, but it's the Life Fitness. It's like the ones at all the gyms. There's like 2 or 3 models. They're all the same. This isn't the newest model. It's like the one right before it. So no video games for me, guys. I stopped those when I was a kid. I knew some of you would get that. What's up? Shoulders doing good. This is the best it's been here in some time. My workouts, my weight is up to 292 pounds because I'm able to start working out with a little more intensity again. So it's going in a good direction. I have no ambitions right now to act in Hollywood or do any of that. We had a guy sending me over some roles. I just know I don't have time to leave the house for 2 or 3 weeks at a time. I'm more, you guys, I made the decision when I left WWE, I wanted to do my podcast and I wanted to do my supplement line. And I have to put all my attention to those 2 things, as well as investing. Investing is a way that I support myself with my businesses, and I have multiple income streams. And sometimes income from one thing is better than another, but I always give myself a chance to succeed. And I've taken wrestling out of the equation now. So that is no longer an income stream at the moment because I'm not taking wrestling appearances. So I need to be able to focus my energies into those because that's where my long-term growth and wealth is going to come from. When you do things in life, you have to give things your attention. If you spread yourself too thin, you're going to suffer in certain things. And I've really had to buckle down and focus even harder on what I'm doing because I've had my health, I've had my dog's health that hasn't been great. So my attention has been pulled in a lot of different directions. But I know what I'm doing, and I want to ultimately be able to return to wrestling at a very high level, never full time, but for appearances where I can go all out and be the big guy Ryback once again while living the life that I'm living right now. So I'm doing everything to be able to prepare for that eventually. And going and acting would take my attention away from everything that I'm doing right here. And I have no desire to be famous. I think it's the worst way to live life, for me. And I don't like reading shit off a piece of paper. I think it's just not my thing. I'll be back sooner rather than later, guys, but yes, I am stronger than him. I would say I'm probably one of the strongest guys in the history of pro wrestling, minus all the guys that were all roided out. Guy, without taking steroids out of the equation, I don't think there's anybody that's ever been as big and as lean as me in pro wrestling. But there's a lot of great guys out there. I'm very confident in who and what I am, and there is a reason why I achieved a lot of success really quickly, and I believe a lot of that is energy, and people can feel my energy and passion because I believe, and I believe in myself more than anything in the world. So confidence is a hell of a tool to have when you know how to use it. Whew. Guys, yeah, buddy, I got into wrestling because I actually loved wrestling. I didn't do it to have a camera on me. That's just part of it. But I want to expect some of you to understand that sometimes you just do things you love in life, and then you got to kind of deal. There's always positives and negatives. So you got to be a little educated to be able to process that. But thank you guys very much for tuning in. Check out the podcast Conversation with the Big Guy Ryback. Feed Me More Nutrition on feedmemore.com and Amazon. I got the Feed Me More Nutrition workout towels here available on feedmemore.com. They're very comfortable micro suede towels. But I got to go finish. I got to do the hot tub, cold tub, and some laps. Have a great day. Be good people. Be good human beings. And don't spend all your time on social media. Focus. Save your attention for other things at different times. I love you guys, and always remember, feed me more.